Hello there, Maulin. Okay, let's have a look at your work. Examined on the 10th of February and estimate band score and other tips. Okay, I'll do my best. Let's have a look. And thank you for your kind words, that's very grateful. The issue of technological adaptation has, the issues of technological adaptation have grown in importance since the advent of the technological revolution. Okay, how could we rephrase this? Okay, pause the video and just try and rephrase this in a manner or in a way where we don't say technological twice, okay? In the ad, for example, pause the video, but this is what you could have said. You could have said, since the advent of the revolution in technology, or since the advent of rapid advances in technology, yeah, or since the advent of rapid technological advances. Well, you get the idea. There's lots of different ways we could say that. Technology has enormous benefits to the human life. Good. Yet there are several drawbacks, such as excessive dependence, that could lead to a decline in man's cognitive abilities. Good. I strongly believe that human beings, okay, should adapt to new technologies, but at the same time should use technology in a reasonable way so it would not affect humans' intelligence. Good. Excellent. Okay, so it would not negatively affect humans' intelligence is the best way to write that, yeah? On the one hand, with the booming industrialization in Asia, let's just put this in context because there is no booming industrialization in the West. Okay, this is mostly happening in Asia. People should adapt to the technology, and there is no way that technology can adapt every single head on the planet. Okay, I don't really get the meaning of that last part of the sentence. Okay, so people should adapt to technology because there is no way that technology can adapt to every single individual on the planet. I think that's what we wanted to say, yeah? This is because that since the technology has revolutionized the entire society, okay, look, this is a really good example. Well, because we're not referring to a specific technology, we're just referring to technology in general. We're not saying the solar technology or the digital technology. It's technology in general, so therefore we don't need it, okay? So since technology has revolutionized the entire society, well done with a semicolon there, it is hard to survive for people who cannot get used to it with new technologies, okay? So that's the second time we've had use, or can I get used to it? Can I get used to? Okay, so that's used to with a D, it, and then use, okay? Let's review your use of use. Write me 5 sentences with use, okay? Same time, should use it in a general way, in a reasonable way. So research the rules and then write out 5 new sentences and do the same with used to, okay? Used to. Sorry, get used to. Getting mixed up. It is hard to survive for people who cannot get used to new technologies. Sorry. Ignore that bit where I was talking about used to. Sorry, that's used to. I used to play football. Okay, I got mixed up with the preposition. So just delete that and we're fine. New technologies are being introduced in every single aspect of life. For instance, Silicon Valley has predicted that 87% of day-to-day activities will be replaced by one or other, by a technological instrument by 2040. Okay? So, one or other will be replaced by one or other technological instruments in 2040. By 2040, that's the main correction there. Okay. Also, give me 10 sentences with by. Okay, because this is really useful for academic task 1 as well. Okay. Thus, it is clear that getting used to advanced technology makes life effortless. Okay, or will make life effortless, because here we're saying day-to-day activities, then we said by 2040, so we should say will make life effortless. Okay. On the other side, even if technology has made life complexity simpler than ever, excessive use will make intellectual skills weaker. So have a look at the chapters about hedging, the advanced chapters, okay? And we should say excessive use will most likely make intellectual skills weaker. This is due to the fact that with the over-reliance on technological trivial instruments, okay, go for simplicity and just go for technological instruments. People cannot complete simple tasks without them. Okay, here we have to make it plural because you didn't put so once again, right, the simple task, we have to refer to a simple task. If we're saying the simple task, we must have mentioned a simple task beforehand. Okay. But if we're talking about a single task in general, then we say a simple task without it, okay? Or the easiest, I think, is change it to plural. Often cannot complete simple tasks without it, okay? So this is a reoccurring issue, okay? The use of articles. So we really need to get that under control. And I'll send some links to do that, okay? Nowadays, many people cannot even... Okay, so look, we've got cannot and able. Both of these verbs are the same, can and able. So there has to be something wrong here, okay? Nowadays, many people cannot even do simple calculations, or nowadays, many people are not able to do simple calculations without the use of the calculator or a calculator. Both are okay in this case. For example, recent studies done by the British Psychological Society in selected British schools showed that after introducing computers in every subject, students have shown around 10% decline in their IQ. Okay, it would be better if we'd have just made it like 10% decline in their mathematical abilities, because then it kind of makes sense, okay? Because that's what we're talking about here. Therefore, an over-reliance on technology could lower the level of mental abilities, okay? Could lower the level of mental abilities, or mental arithmetic, ideally, okay? So, good work there. We've got the structure correct, but we do need to focus on the grammar. Okay, so I strongly recommend you write out those sentences that I send you and do the exercises related to articles. Find some online exercises for determining the right article. Is it the, is it a, or is it zero article? Okay, and you need to practice this relentlessly. In conclusion, no A, although technology has significant advantages in everyday life, there is a greater risk regarding basic abilities. It is recommended that governments, no capital G, or the government, okay, once again, articles, should weigh the pros and cons of implicating modern technologies check your use of implicating, okay? Should weigh the pros and cons of introducing modern technologies into education before deciding to do so. Okay, not a bad conclusion. So, yeah, it's a solid conclusion. Your main focus now, Maulin, should be really just to get to grips with the grammar, okay? Okay, let's move on. So if I was to award this, it would be 6.5. Okay, maybe a 7, but I would say strongly 6.5. Okay, let's have a look. The bar graph displays how many travelers will visit 4 cities from Mexico, Canada, and the USA in 2018. All right, so it sounds as though the 4 cities come from Mexico, Canada, and the USA. Okay, so it would be much clearer if we said the bar graph displays how many travelers from 4 different cities will visit. Okay, sorry. The bar graph displays how many travelers from Mexico, Canada, and the USA will visit 4 different European cities in 2018, or 4 different cities in 2018. Can you see? And now there's no, now there's no confusion. In 2018, most of the USA citizens, American citizens, will visit Paris, and this number will be 100,000. Good. London will have 20,000 fewer American visitors than Paris, comma. Okay, well, that's fine. Madrid and Istanbul will both have 70,000 and 60,000 tourists respectively. Okay, both is optional, but it's a good structure to learn. It's very useful. Istanbul will have 70,000 and 20,000 tourists from Canada and Mexico respectively. Good. Okay, so if we look at the course, right, in the course, and well done here for using overall, that's in the course as well, but we also say that we should use the superlatives, okay? So we could say something like, here we go. Excellent. Madrid will encounter the most Mexican visitors. This number will be more than 60,000, which will be more than Canadian travellers. Good. Around 95,000 Canadians will visit London and Paris combined. London will have 4 times, write out the number 4. In this case we do write it out. 4 times fewer tourists from Mexico than the USA. Excellent construction. Excellent. Good. Finally, more than 20,000 Mexicans will visit Paris in 2018. Excellent. This is really good. Good work. This might be able to pull you up, you know. If this is a high 6.5, if you write like this for your academic, you may be able to push it to 7. Okay? Just maybe. Overall, it can be seen that most cities will be visited by Americans. It is predicted that Istanbul will have the most number of tourists from Canada, while Madrid will have the most Mexican travellers, comma. Incidentally, London is not the favourite of any of the countries mentioned. Okay? Remember to note the exceptions. And here would have been also good if you'd have mentioned that Americans preferred city is Paris. Yeah, that would have been better as well. Okay, great work there, Maulin. So yeah, all the best. And yeah, if you can book that class on Calendly, I'll give you the link straight away. Okay, all the best.